Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is David Hanlon, aka the Laptop Legend, and I'm sorry I haven't been making videos recently, but if you have been up to date on what I've been doing at all, you know that I've been moving recently. That's why I got this nice little backdrop here with some of these ducks. I don't know if you can show the ducks real quick. Maybe they, okay, yeah, my wife's filming for me. Thank you, babe. And yeah, I've moved here, so I've been a little busy with that, but I've still been trading, still been live in the Discord every day, and hopefully you guys have been, I guess, benefiting from that. But now I'm gonna be trying to do videos more often again. Probably still not every day unless the market gets insanely hot, but you know, I'll be trying to do more recap videos just to be on top of everything for you guys. So without further ado, let's dive into some of those charts inside. I'm still getting my office set up, so it will be a little ugly until I can get, you know, something, I guess, aesthetic going on in there. But for now, you know, we got what we're working with. But the most important thing is the charts and making sure you guys know what stocks to watch. So that's why I make these videos. Hopefully you find it helpful. If you please smash that like button, please subscribe, help me get to 50K, and yeah, let's do it. Alright guys, so there's literally so many charts to talk about. I think it may also actually be a little echoey in here now that I think about it, so hopefully I'll be able to get something to make it less echoey here in the future, but for now, this is just what we got, so we gotta roll with it. So, I mean, there's literally like a million charts I gotta show you, so I'm gonna try to get through them pretty quickly, but I guess just to start off, the most insane chart I feel like has been AMC. The last video I made, I think, was right around this day right here, and I showed you guys, maybe it was right this day right here, and I showed you guys this resistance where, you know, it needed to break past this to go on a crazy run, and it absolutely did, guys, absolutely did. I can't even go into some of the intraday charts because it's wild. And then the all-time highs were actually, I forget where they were, like what, 30, 35 or something like that, if I go back far enough, you know, like 50 years or something. Does it not even go back that far? Yeah, you can see here the previous highs were like what, 34, 15 or something like what, 30, 34, 58. Yeah, that was the previous high. So when it ripped past that level, you know, kind of right here, this first day it rejected, but then after that it was able to just rip through, and pretty insane move that it got after it ripped through that area, gapped up past there and just absolutely exploded. And there's a lot of people who made so much money on this stock, and I think that is what really has inspired me to take my trading to the next level, guys. I mean, there's just some insane screenshots. I saw so many seven-figure days on this that it's mind-blowing, and the best one that I saw was Steven Dux. If you guys don't follow him, you definitely should. He also has a YouTube channel, it's actually pretty big. I think he made like over $3 million. He realized $3 million and was up like another 800,000 unrealized. I don't know if you ever realized that in one day. So like 3.8 million roughly in one day on AMC, and it's just insane, guys. It's absolutely insane, and I think that was on this day. But some of these intraday charts are just are so amazing. And what you might not understand about some of these charts is the fact that the liquidity is so big, is so high, that you can take any type of size you possibly want on these moves, which is what makes it, I guess, so good for someone who wants to scalp, you know, someone who wants to day trade this stock. Because if you have, you know, $10 million and you want to grow that and get a good return on that over the course of a year, you know, earn a 50% return, you gotta work pretty hard. You know, you can't have $1,000 days. It doesn't cut it, and you gotta take bigger positions in stocks that can actually afford and I guess handle you buying that much without moving it. So if you buy a $2 million position in AMC, it makes no difference at all. Like, you don't even move the stock, not even a little bit. Versus if you buy a $2 million position in you know, some of the OTC stocks that I trade, you're gonna double the price of the stock or triple it or more, you know? So it's kind of crazy, and that is why so many big traders profit a ton off of this stuff. And while I find OTC easier, I really want to learn how to master these types of setups, because you can really make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money even when you're day trading with million dollar positions, which is insane. So that's why I want to work on this stuff. And I mean, just so many opportunities. Look at the volatility on this, man. I mean, multiple, you know, $10, $20 swings, all these runs, like, just so much opportunity to profit. Again, I don't have time in this video, I guess, to go into all the different intraday charts and talk about the analysis of them, but man, it's been an absolutely crazy run from AMC and a lot of other stocks because of that. So I just wanted to say, guys, it's worth your time to learn, because once you start scaling up, you're really going to want to take these stocks where you can actually take a larger position size. You know, take a 50K position and not move it at all. Take a 100K position and not move it at all. And, you know, if you're not at that point yet, then maybe focus on some of the easier stuff until you get to that point. But this is like the next level stuff, and that's why I'm working on it. Also, I guess I just wanted to say, I'm not going to be posting my daily profits anymore because I realized I was too focused on, you know, having a green day every single day. Also, I didn't even alert that here on the channel. I actually finished May every single month, not every single month, every single day of the month in May green. So that was pretty cool. And, you know, that was a goal of mine for a while, but I realized it doesn't make sense because some of the best traders have multiple red days per month. Like Jack Kellogg, if you guys don't watch him, you should also watch him. He had multiple 400K days in a row on AMC, and he had 7 red days back in May. And I was all green in May, but in May, he made like almost 500K, which was almost 10x what I made in May. I think I made a little over 50K. So it just goes to show that like having all green days is not a worthwhile goal. So because of that, I'm throwing it out the window, guys. I'm doing a lot of self-analysis, a lot of studying of these really good traders to figure out how I can become even better. And the biggest thing that I'm working on is focusing on patience, focusing on the long term, and really being able to sit in these setups instead of just taking gains when I have, you know, $100 gains. I'm just going to lock it in. I'm done with that. I am going to be more patient, and I'm going to be a better trader. And I think my journey is going to help you guys out a lot to be even better traders. So come along for the ride, honestly. So the next one that's listed that I want to talk about is more recent, and this is the stock that ran a ton today. Well, I guess in the last couple of days, but it's CLOV, and my goodness, I mean, this wasn't even on my radar at all. I guess it ran really hard on, what is that, Monday? Yeah, I think this is Monday, and then closed strong, gapped up a little bit, and then started spiking, and spiked right at open, but the all-time highs, if you go on the 1-year chart right here, are like 1743. So I was thinking in my head, like, if it can break out over that area, then I'm going to be looking to see, you know, a really nice run. But what I need to do is I need to see it break out and hold over that area. So this is something that a lot of newbies, you know, get, I guess, mistaken. And I just want to zoom in on this chart so you guys can see a little bit better. So I said in the Discord, and if you were there, you heard this exact play-by-play. I said, I'm not going to trade it in the opening, you know, 5 minutes because I think it's going to be choppy. There's a chance that it spikes out and stuffs immediately. And I want to give it time to break out and hold over that level before I buy it. And I mean, it literally did exactly that. It broke out immediately over, like as soon as the market opened, broke out over that 1743 mark. You know, I guess I'll put it like, like right here, so you guys can see it. It's like right in this area. It broke out over that mark, but then immediately rejected and dumped down below. So like if I had bought in the first 5 minutes, I would have been like completely screwed. But I gave it time. I gave it time to see what it was going to do, and it came back up, and then was holding out over that breakout level. And that is the entry sign, you know, right here. Under 18, right in this mark right here. That's where you want to buy. And after that, it just went on an epic squeeze because obviously, you know, it was all-time highs, and there's really no resistance. So short sellers who were selling into this they're just trying to catch the top. So it was able to get some crazy momentum, and it came all the way up here. And then I said, you know, in the Discord, I said this would probably be a good time to take some profits because, I mean, it got really overextended. Like you can see this chart. I mean, it just went straight up. And when a stock looks like this, it's typically a good time to lock some in because, yeah, there's a chance it could keep running higher, but you're almost guaranteed that you're gonna be able to buy a stock that looks like this at least a couple dollars a share cheaper. You know, so if you sell it here at 24.5, you know, there was a clear opportunity. It was hanging above because the next candle goes a little higher even. You could sell it, you know, 24.5 easily. When it goes up like that, it almost always will pull back, you know, at least to 23. You know, at least at 23, if not 22.5 or 22 before it keeps running, because this is like a crazy run. And most NASDAQs, they don't go straight up. They go up, they come down, they go up a little bit higher, they come down, they go a little bit higher, you know, they consolidate, but they're not this clean. But it ended up surprising me actually with how far it dipped. And, you know, it dipped perfectly and had like a slightly higher high right at this level. So this would have been, you know, the perfect area for a nice dip buy on this stock because it absolutely it panicked down at the bottom here. And I mean, it didn't break below this level. So you buy on this washout right here, or even you buy right here, you're risking this level, and you're totally fine. You know, you're totally fine. It never breaks that. And that's the intelligent place to risk, in my opinion. You know, it's a little tough if you're buying on this dip at 1970 to risk down at this low of day right here. You know, I don't think you can do it. So I guess the biggest thing for me that I learned when trading NASDAQs is you have to have smart risk and then be willing to let it churn. And you know, that's the biggest thing I took away. And that lesson came into today as well. So if I go to today, let me zoom out just a little bit so I can go faster. Came into today, I totally missed this on the short side. It spiked right at open, immediately rejected, and then came all the way down here. You know, I probably would have covered down here. I don't think I could have held all the way down here, even if I'd shorted, but you know, it is what it is. And I didn't actually catch this until right here. People in the Discord, shout out to you guys, alerted that it double bottomed right here. And for those of you guys who don't know what a double bottom is, it's a point where a stock, it bounces once and then fails to bounce higher and then comes back down and tests that same level again, but immediately bounces again. And that's typically a good sign that it's going to bounce higher from there, because it was like a double confirmation that that's where the buyers are stepping in. And something that's helpful, you know, if you zoom out a little bit, let me actually turn this into 5 minutes just so you guys can see a little bit better. That was like pretty much the exact same area. I think that's, what is that, right here? That makes it a little tough. I don't know if I could do 3 minutes or something. Let's try, shoot. I don't want to take too long. All right, well, let me just draw a line right here. Yeah, maybe you could see this a little bit better. So a key bounce area, you know, was right here in the 17.5s, you know, right here in the 17.5s. So for me, it was pretty easy because like all this support, you know, the previous breakout level of 17.41, if you just extend this line, like it makes sense that it would try to bounce like right around this area, especially on such an insane pullback from 28 all the way under 18. So like that's over $10 a share. And at that point, when you see this much of a dip and you see the confirmation here with the double bottom, you know, it's pretty easy to take an entry. And this is one that I'm really proud of myself because I was actually able to be patient on it and wait it out. And again, if you guys were in the Discord, you heard it. I called it out live. I actually bought it here at like 1840 something. So I ended up buying it here. I was a little bit late on it. I was trying to get a little bit lower, but at that point, there was no chance to. It just kept ripping. So I bought it here and I was patient, guys. I said, I will not sell this stock until it's $20 or until it breaks under this this risk right here at this double bottom. So like when you're buying close to this risk, you gotta let it churn because it's a NASDAQ and it's choppy. And you know, the old me would have sold on any one of these red candles. You know, it bounces up, but then it starts rejecting. Oh, this is the end. Nope. I kept holding. You know, it goes a little higher and then it comes back down and makes an even lower low under this. You know, I was nervous here. I'm like, shoot, it's breaking down more. I should cut here, but I didn't because I stuck to my word. And it ended up ripping back through and going to another high. And, you know, eventually it went all the way up here. And I sold a little bit of my shares here, a little bit here, and then the rest, like a tiny bit, I think, up here. Maybe in this area. So I sold almost all my shares, average like, what, 20.3 or 20.4, somewhere in that area. And I'm very proud of myself for that trade. You know, I didn't make a ton of money because I took small size, but that's the type of trade I could make, you know, with a $1 million position. And there's actually people who did that. I think Zach Morris bought a ton. He bought like 200,000 shares right here or something. Maybe it was 500,000. I don't even know. That man is crazy. It might have been 200,000 shares. But this is the type of trade that you can make over and over with ridiculously big size. So that's what I love about it. And I just want to, you know, share this little lesson for you guys because you gotta stick to your plans and you gotta always adapt as a trader. And that's really what I've been working on. And you know, I took profits here and I may have attempted some shorts here. I think I shorted on this breakdown. But then it was weird, and then I missed it, and then I stopped trying. But you know, overall, I would say I'm very pleased with how I traded this stock, and I think it's going to be, you know, turning over a new leaf for me in terms of being patient on these NASDAQ stocks. But again, the main thing that's important, guys, is picking a risk that you're okay with cutting at, no matter what, and just letting it churn. Because if you're picking a risk where, say, I was buying here, you know, buying at 19.5, I wouldn't want to cut if it broke 17.75. I wouldn't want to let it go all the way down there. So I would probably cut before then if it looks weak. But if you're completely fine cutting from wherever you enter at the risk that you're okay with when you go into the trade, you're not going to have, I guess, as much of a desire to cut the trade out early, which if you do in NASDAQ, you almost always see that it doesn't break your risk. It just, you know, ends up going higher anyway. So that's a big thing that I've learned. And that's my NASDAQ trade of the day. So I guess I mean, guys, there's literally so many plays. I don't even know what to call out. I guess I want to let you guys know that I'm overnight OZSC. I bought 200,000 shares around the 8.6 area. It might have been like right here or something, or maybe it was on this dip. Yeah, it might have been on this dip, like 863 or something like that. About 200,000 shares here. I wanted to sell them here, but I didn't, you know. And again, I'm working on being more patient when the trend is in our favor. And I guess just to show you guys what the chart looks like, you know, all these other stocks have been having like secondary runs. And you can see here, you know, it had a really nice bounce here. And then came back down, and it just was starting to have a little, I guess, a little uptrend. And I was thinking, you know, if it could break this area here, that's a really good sign for it to continue on up. Because if you look at a lot of the other stocks that it used to run with, like Humble I mean, it pretty much doubled. It more than doubled from those like 75 lows. It more than doubled. What's another one? ENZC. This one, what? Almost tripled. I mean, it went up, yeah, I mean, it almost tripled. So a lot of stocks that run with it have been having some big runs. You know, AITX, this also had a huge green day followed by another pretty big green day. So OZSC seems like it's the only one that really is has not done that yet. I guess, you know, forwardly too, but that runs with Humble. So it feels like it was a little delayed. And we actually had some good news come out today on OZSC. So because of that, you know, I decided to take an entry down there. And I'm still holding 150,000 shares overnight. I locked in I think around 965. I locked in 50,000 of my 200,000. So I locked in about $550 profit, but I'm up 1,800. Well, I guess $1,793.70 unrealized on my 150,000 shares of OZSC. But I think this thing can easily get over 10 cents tomorrow and maybe test some of that resistance a little bit higher on up there. So I mean, this resistance right here is at 14 cents. This one here is at 10 cents, so maybe if it breaks through 10 but can't make it higher, you know, maybe it gets to mid-12 or something. I have no idea. I would love to see a move that big. I'm not sure I can be that patient, but I'll probably start locking it in along the way, and I'm pretty optimistic about this. But, you know, I guess we'll see what happens. It could, you know, break down, and I guess I lose some unrealized gains. But the most important thing to me is not the profit in this trade. It's being consistent and being patient and sticking to my rules and following what I want to do to make myself a better trader, I guess, if that makes sense. Also, it's getting dark outside, so I got more shadow on my face now. I apologize about that. I got to get my lights set up too. It's kind of an ordeal. So that's one. Just a couple other plays, guys. I mean, a ton I got to call out. MJWL, got to give the honorable mention to this one. It absolutely killed it in the close, which stinks because I wanted to buy the breakout. Again, you can see here this breakout right here of 788. I wanted to buy this breakout, but I can't buy a chart that looks like this going into close if I'm buying right at the top, you know. What I should have done was probably buy on this little dip right here, and I didn't. And now it's up here and it broke out, and I think this thing can really run. So I'm going to be watching it for an explosive breakout here. I think we got a lot of potential good news coming, and I think it could be exciting. So again, I wish I had the nerve to swing that one, but at this point, it's just going to be a day trade, I think, because this entry is going to be a little bit late. But this is high on the watch list for tomorrow, along with OZSC. Some other ones are GOFF. This is one that George Sharp announced he got his custodianship of. I think he may be the president now or something like that. So you can see it went on a nice spike. Made some nice money on this one today. I think there's a couple other ones that were moving, but I mean, guys, there's so many. I mean, I've been trading TAWNF. This one has had some nice moves. I missed that dip buy, unfortunately. I mean, that thing just went way higher than I expected on that bounce. Pretty crazy. But it did recover nicely. I'm trying to think, guys. I mean, ENZC, obviously, I've been trading that one. It's been running a lot. Wild, WKSP, Worksport. This one had a misprint, so it ruined my whole chart. And because of this, I didn't watch it today, which stinks because this was the most epic short ever that I totally missed out on when it broke below low a day here. And golly, I mean, I made a little bit on a dip buy here. I bought 10,000 shares right around here, 53 something, and sold most of them around here, like 55, 56 area. So, I mean, you know, that's some decent money, not a ton, but, you know, a couple $100 there. I mean, you just got to catch these moves, guys. They're just great. There's so much opportunity in OTC land. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, GGII has been moving a lot still. You know, there's been a lot of range on this stock. Some great dip buys, some great shorts. Just a lot of volatility. This is what I love to see as a day trader. And yeah, I mean, GVSI. It's another sharp custodianship play, but he didn't tweet about it, so it ended up fading off towards the end of the day. I think there was another one. I forget what it was. If you remember, it's the other one that I couldn't remember. Like maybe SW, no, that's not it. I forget what it is then. SRNM. All right, I forget what it is. I think it starts with an S or something, but if you guys remember it, you can feel free to comment it down below. Ooh, that's nice. Let's switch up that lighting for you guys. And let's see what else. UPIN, this one is starting to get some volume, starting to move back up. I love the executions on this stock. It actually did close above that breakout level today, which is kind of a good thing. So this is one to be excited about. Just pretty low volume, so we'll see what happens on this one. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, so GMPR, this one, guys. I mean, wow, I'm a little upset at myself on this one because I missed out on a lot. You know, when the chart looked like this, it was down here. Someone had a 1 million share ask at 4, which I could have bought all of for $40,000. And then it spiked all the way up to 10 cents. I could have made, you know, I could have doubled that. I could have made 40 grand in a couple of days on that. But instead, I bought it all, not all of it. I bought 200,000 shares at 4, and I ended up selling that same day at like 4.6 or something like that. So I still made, I forget what that is, like 1,000, maybe a little bit more on that. But I mean, such a waste, man. Such a waste. Very disappointed on that. I still have 50,000 shares I'm swinging, but I'm holding that till probably breaks out over this 15 level. So yeah, there's that. And then for those of you guys who want an update on MIDI, it broke through this support right here at 23. So that's why I had a big red day the other day. And then today they announced the opening of a new clinic. I guess they haven't opened it yet, but they're working on it. They announced, I guess they're signing the lease for it. So it's happening. I haven't sold a share. I bought more down here. I'm now currently long over 300,000 shares. And you know, if we keep going lower, guys, I'm gonna still keep adding. If you guys comment and ask me, are you still into MIDI? Are you still holding MIDI? Do you still like MIDI? I probably just won't respond at this point because I mean, seriously, like I said, I'm holding it for years. I'm holding it for years, at least 200,000 shares for years. So nothing has changed, guys. It's still gonna have, you know, 30 plus clinics in a couple of years, and there's no way the share price stays under $1 when that happens. So I will happily buy on red days, and if you're worried about a couple cent drops in a long-term investment, you shouldn't be buying anyway. So that's pretty much all I have to say on MIDI, and I think that's pretty much it. I do have a lot of other swings that I'm actually working on, guys, so I'll keep you posted on that. Obviously, if you're in the Discord, you'll be alerted first, but I'm loading up pretty big on some of these stocks. I got 500,000 of one. I got 300,000 almost of another one. You know, some five-figure positions on these swing trades and OTCs that I think have the potential to make 5x or more. So I'll keep you posted on what those are. But should be pretty exciting, guys. Should be pretty exciting. So that's it. God, it's already a long video. I gotta cut it off. I was trying to make it short, but I guess not. But I mean, you know, if you don't make a video for a week or two, you got a lot to catch up on. But anyways, that's it, guys. Hopefully I'll have my studio set up a little bit better. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, you know the drill. Let's grow better together. Preguntar, bebé, dime por qué te mientes. No puedes esconder todo lo que tú por mí sientes.